Hello and welcome, as it is the 20th of December 2018. It's lunchtime at my neck of the woods, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. See how busy traffic is today as I'll be heading out very, very soon. Let's talk about short candidates, markets looking to go lower. Head and shoulders pattern there's a line here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, but this is a very decent failed breakout. We look at this on the more longer term time frame. I think this has a good chance of maybe having another leg lower. Looking at this in the 4 hour, the failed breakout is right here. You get above that point, you got a hole where it came down immediately to even the 18 lows in here you'd hold, and it had an attempt right this point to get above it, but following through, decent sized red candle followed by what we're seeing now in here. So it looks as if this has the potential again to have a leg lower, and even more so we look at this on the daily term. The resistance here, beautiful support, comes down the 18 lows in here, establishes support. There's that failed breakout I talk about. Now it's falling lower, now just barely breaking down here. So to me it looks like this is headed for about a 9-10% decline as we go forward, or a price target roughly to where this line happens to be somewhere maybe around the 16 handle. Right now it's at 17 3/5. Moving on to Komodo, and there's an arbitrage going on right now, and I wish the blockchain on Komodo was faster. I have 120 confirmations I need for Komodo to go through, because I recently sold all my Komodo on the higher priced exchange, bought it back here. 1941 on this exchange up to this previous level on Bittrex 18 3/5, 1879. 5-minute time frame. This thing has had this move chopping up and down, but again, it's below 19. This one is gotten close to 20. It's been a very decent, profitable arbitrage, because what occurred was I sold everything on this site and bought it on the other. And then at that point, I have no Komodo on this site anymore. Well, that'll change in the next hour, as I will be, I need 120 confirmations. I sent the Komodo from one site to another, but on Bittrex, I pretty much have no Bitcoin left. Well, then, past tense, I do now, because I bought all the Komodo I needed to, and I pretty much spent 80% of the Bitcoin that I had, period. I had to and it's not fun because I had to literally cancel like all my orders just to have it, and I'm going to have to put them back later. It'll only take me 2 or 3 minutes. But I had to use like all my Bitcoin to make the buy on Bittrex at the much lower prices. And within such, what occurred was, okay, now I need to make a transfer back and bring, because I got more Bitcoin on Binance, obviously. I sold everything I had for such. But it's 50,000 Satoshi. And it's like this on most exchanges, to transfer Bitcoin. And that works out at the current prices of about $4,000 a Bitcoin to about $2. And I mean, I don't care about $2 transfers. But if I can not pay it or pay less or get paid for a transfer, and that's what happened, I got paid for my transfer, then I'll take it. LITECOIN is a much cheaper transfer. Let's put this coin in, then remove this so you can see the full screen. This is LITECOIN on the 5-minute time frame. This was sweet because I'm going to circle when I bought LITECOIN on Binance. Right in here, 779. I bought it here, and then I transferred it, and I ended up selling it at 795. I think I did so. It would have been right here. I mean, I just recently did it, so I sold it right here as the transfer came in. So this happened at 11:15. This happened at noon. So not that long of a wait overall. far as the Litecoin chart is concerned, 15-minute time frame breaking out above this level of resistance, breaking out above this level of resistance, so it's gotten past two key points. Now what we can see is so far within the short term supporting this key level in here. On the single hour time frame after this decline, we had the failed breakout, fast move lower. So now there's this key low. 18 average starting to rise. We'll see in here if the trend reversal will work. The 18 lows failed in here. And then we look at this on, say, the 4-hour term time frame. You've had a situation in which you've had a good gain from the point A low, point B high. You failed this move in here. So now you're at the point of correcting some of this empty space. So far it's filled down to here. Still has to do more to make this go sideways. Trend, of course, hasn't been removed on this particular time frames. And on the single term or the daily term time frame, as far as reversal of trend, stage 1, band flatten out, which technically was like in here. Stage 2, resistance established. Stage 3, come back to the band check mark, breaking out above this high. Puts this into a nice bull market. And I'd be looking for another, at least a decent leg higher, but something like this, one good leg higher, maybe 2 or 3, 4, several okay sized legs higher is what I expect on that kind of situation. And finally, let's go over Verge on the daily term time frame. Well, high, correctionary mode breaking out. Yesterday's session having a nice move coming back to the upper resistance area, lifting off further today. 4-hour term time frame, there's a lift back to the 18 of highs. We can see how it's breaking out from such right now. Single hour time frame pretty much doing more of the same. And the 15-minute time frame, everything's looking poised right now for Verge to at least maybe test into this 235 area, getting above 235. And I'm trying to scroll this. There we go. We got maybe a previous resistance areas about 273. But after that, I mean, you're looking for this more longer term level, attempting to break out and making a statement of reversing the trend because, I mean, the band's flattened out for stage 1. Stage 2 would be the next thing and resistance established. But this thing needs to go north of 300 in my book, at least close to it for me to find an area where I'd be comfortable saying it's noticeably well above the 18 highs. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day.